Manga Morocco, Eviera Web Association. Welcome again to this live stream. Unananya albenko bachika chinga kichia ikiri aitana batevi ngandu jetose asomutandao turara kwanira igoro ya mangana yekiombe kejeito ase igonire no mogo sana kubarigania ojase mogorobo rero akirito bwate gendego nga public participation as a proposed constitutional amendment chirichirure ne member au as it was already bagakegima yogo chikorenta those movers of those amendments egere banyare bagototebya gosogotokorera clarifications egere tunyare to understand gose komanyanga chi propose chi ingi chimineti naende ingi chiko chikorenta sekyo ase igo aba minto nomogo ende to gosoa so mutandao goso ende to ligere likurwa se ekwende channel ya YouTube e program yegere live ase igo naende nomogo kegima kubarigania oyora so mutandao no mu administrator bwekeombe oyo kurupa pena diosoro nabo igo uyo minto yo chikoba epro emufe ntanga nibuna twabegetaria SSHU as WhatsApp yeito uyo chikotokorra clarification uyo minto eno kugara osoira se studio chinga kichire chinke nichiko mwaligania egere aso mutandao achikoira kitaeka emerongene na isano 45 minutes choko chikotwerera igoro yechi proposal chia ingi chimineti nabo igo ingi chiko chikorenta ase kiombe kejito ase igo tigangire chinga kiechi ochikwaligania uyo minto enoku acha so mutandao egera abakwanie na gotuchakira kegima chiteka chia 45 gotoereza chi proposal chia uyo minto enoku ogara karibu sana haso mutandao yoito manga Morocco Eviera Web Association titanga ni kegima ngo wakira mbya muna soko boni time twate tumuroberi yo chiko chaka chinsa ibere igoro naende kwa keep the promise ogwasa so mutandao by 8 pm asego tigangire chinga kiechiko kwali bageri egera nayo kwani aba member baito ku introduce na boigo kubwa kigima nko eribaga ochaka bono gotoeresa goroji proposal chiao ingi chimineti na boigo kuchio morio kigima nichiko a members ribaga bakuborie amaborio ondo understand egero mukore clarification egere keto jakora chikura cheito chogwakira chikura this amendments our members babe informed na kumanya niki bacho wakira chikura aso yo minto former electoral chairman commission huyo minto ogara karibu
mbuya mono pen umwadmin yoito tigangire libageri oiraneri nyasaye mbuya mono asogo twali ibaga twanyarire ko batokumirana emarogo ya rero aso mutandao through online so egetangani ngochiko kwanera nyuma ndaranza gukwana igonko kwania aba members bonse ba manga Morocco Eviera Welfare Association andonsi asebaturigerete koru asebategerete koru gose bari batanyora ribaga nabo bako program yako recorded inde banyare ko kocha kunyebwati magega asa marieta neno kugara naende buna mumanyete korunyuma ase imiaka angetatu yaetire inje narenge omo chairman wa electoral commission yeke umbeyeito naende ngaika resign then naende bono there is a calling I feel that nindae keumbe ke kieito a welfare then nyetambo to another level bono we are at a certain level and we need to move to another level so ase embargo ya lero egento ekenene ngochiko move na propose some 4 amendments as a constitution. Naende these amendments ichina propose igona tema kora ligereria buna since na beto mo chairman we commission ya elections naende bunande a member have been get hearing what members are saying. So ekana isaransa one of the Sundays gatema ko raligereri some our constitution ngai ego totanga as members ose nga members esebirero biri bari kubasa those fews bari ko where in our constitution ego totanga ntoko nyara kogenderera guse ntoko nyara ko implement some issues or some things kama konga that arch you go introduce some amendments to our constitution so that to align ourselves to emerging trends so that tonyale ko koba twaikiraniri gose twanyarire go solve evolving needs koruase members. So my recommendations it is to improve at least inclusivity. Now what asangie we have members patariko nyarekana etanyarekane turuwe gasbago kora pataikirane for example in AGM voices yabo ngaki oranyare koya your voice eiwekane then at least koreta abantu bonsi amo so that kero monte sauti yaye enyare koigwekana ase keumbe ase welfare then bono nkaranga there are some amendments chitakeiri in our constitution. So and also to improve amangana efficiency operational efficiency keumbe gieito. The current constitution needs at least to be changed. Naande ngama korigereria we are in a changing world. The environment tomenyete gego change from time to time. Ngaki toranyare go adapt ourselves so that to arainie keombe to arainie our welfare to the emerging needs. So ekamaweta kogera bono nga come up with the amendments echinateba chireinye. So the amendments echichireinye igochire two of them igochire chiruete article 8 that is clause 1 and also there is another new clause ever introduced in our constitution neyende karua article 9 then eyende karua article 22. So I'm requesting the admin or admit my presentation waiting so that we can go through those amendments. So our admin, thank you, one admin. So that is my presentation, which I'm going to make this evening so that members can be able to follow well, so that it is very clear. So at the end of my presentation, I could write other views. On your motivating there is something maybe when letter cover removed, then we can be able to work on that. So that if there is another thing in my amendments, then you can ask questions at the end of this presentation. So number one, igere under Article 8. Article 8 ngego deal na the calendar year, amangana registration and the general meetings. So clause 1 in our current constitution igego registration of new members shall take place twice in each calendar year during the months of June and December. Enero yabeire trend kurutuaganze our welfare mpaka bono iga this to date. So meaning members imbaro baba registered in June nanda abandi mbaro baba registered in December. Bako registered in December. So meaning a board application sichiko and through the secretary, a board approve, get a board approval, then we have new members. Members musari ko ignore, I can't remember AGM neri tu abuate coach Magega, where there were issues on registration. Some members were okay munga a certain member igaru tali within the boundaries. So those debates nchi alengororo previously. Naende wono as members bali barororo who have elected board members, the board members now babwata powers choko in list registration of new members. So my suggestion was to delete the old clause. A clause here, again about registration ya members ekorwe within the months of June and December, so that new members oyo data kobe member wono igauchi will apply to the board, to the secretary. A secretary in a board, their work will be to receive those applications. I read those applications during the AGM. Members approve the new members. The history, of course, when now the board or the secretary will be doing presentation, ya new members, na babatewa oyo nyagete na nyagete, igakuruke nyorogete, igari iga tanya gosoa keombe, gose keombe ke na keigwete, tarasoa, maybe garenge profession, bonon kuiranare, something of that kind. Our members banyoran history, so that the new members were approved in the AGM in December. So once were approved during the AGM, registration starting January. So meaning the new after the cross year registration of new members shall take place twice in each calendar year during the months of June and December. Karokia very deleted. Every replaced with new members applications shall be accepted annually during the months of November and December. The membership will be approved during AGM for registration starting January of each year. So after members were approving these new applications, then we registration in January. So that we want to avoid a situation okonyoranga a member has been admitted, for example, in June. Karabeire admitted in June. Navara again for some time. Probably there is an issue. Then after some time, waja kwa nyoranga some members nano gosira bakolire basirire from the welfare. So naende to ensure that all the members bako admitted mbalia bako approved by the AGM naende meted all the crossing. Nto basagoika in an AGM wasanginga there is a member of registered igaruete usengai complaints chair, so that members also are aware that the new member abawagocha they are coming from this and igaruete manga igaruete morako igaruete iga tanya go join this welfare because of that, this and that, and so on. So I think this will eliminate issues. Members will feel that they are not involved in the new registration, so that only the board will be receiving applications, but approval, they have to be approved before registration yakorwa. So registration yakoru after the AGM has approved the new members. So that is my first amendment na rengereti because of the issues to actually from behind, and I hope if the same cross is accepted by members and the members about 40 for that, it will be able to streamline our welfare. So I think that is number one. Then another cross na kero kinarengereria, it is Article 8, which is also under the calendar year, registration and also general meetings. So I propose the introduction of a new clause under section C to be inserted immediately after clause 3, which shall read as follows. Our constitution the under C, Article 8, under C, clause 3. So I'm proposing to introduce another clause ya mangana meetings ya welfare, all meetings of our welfare. Previously, we have been subjecting members to a lot of stress. Now, there is a member who fails to attend an AGM, particularly those members who were confined in a manner that takonyara will attend because haregas. Takonyara will attend because apanyare, for example, nowadays you might know and given no fair yoka ya komire. Ose kwanyoranga igabu ateri tukerimo. Ama tukeri erimo takonyara wikagusi attend an AGM nandagende. We should be able to adopt best practices. Those people were even shareholders of some of the circles, even banks, called AGMs. Whatever you, for example, you want to do, they have meetings online. So you can attend an AGM online. Usually, it an hybrid format, so which is a combination of physical and also online participation, so that members who attend that particular meeting, that particular AGM, banyara go participate, so that limit a member has wonderful ideas. Lakini esa uria tari kunyara attend that AGM kwanyoranga tuamubungeire those ideas. I don't know. Like myself, ninde another welfare. It's an investment, welfare where Dr. Bitange Ndemo is our patron. There are AGM yaerete, in fact, yaerete tuwakorete in the month of October, but online. We never met anywhere. It was an online and the people attended and we passed resolutions, oyo mondogwata questions, akaboli, and so on. So that any meetings togochigokora chiaba convenient to members. So that oyo konyara goiko a physical one na bagocha akore that physical. Oyo tanyare goika atuara physical meeting na botogo tuara an hybrid participation. And this is not a new idea. In our wall, members have been discussing about the same. In fact, each and every year, to holiday, something of that kind will come up. Ono, as readers, even sometimes I wonder why the board take that initiative. I know there is a time the admin alerted these things, but of course, chikawa nchia chiwetiwa. But I know through the board, I expected that the board in the Navy, they were not going to take mono ideas for the issues members babuate. Ekene ndokia very discussed for quite some time. Togo feeling let us give an opportunity to members baribatariko nyara goikerana as a AGM participate online meetings so that they can be able to ask questions and so on. So, the introduction of that cross, let me just read my proposal for that Article 8. Igongo proposing all meetings of the welfare organization may be conducted either in person, online, or in hybrid format, a combination of physical and online participation, that is it. The choice of format shall be determined by the nature of the meeting, accessibility, considerations, and prevailing circumstances to maximize member participation and ensure inclusivity. I think Naires Regen Dekyo in Asobo Tambe, na Asobo Gale, Igobono, I'm appealing to members. Baribara Nyare Guikerania in an AGM this year. Banyare Goeti, one of these crosses, so that to move with the world, so that in Tovasagutuara, a welfare, onyorenga what we are using and what the world what the world needs right now, again totally different, so that to align ourselves to the emerging trends of in this world. So I think that is one of the articles, Article 8, a new cross to be introduced in after clause 3, that is in C, in section C. Then another article, which should also be amended, Article 9, clause 6. Elections. Elections currently, across the elections shall be carried out through secret ballot in a general meeting and online voting for only members living outside Kenya. Positions shall be filled by those who garner the most votes. Let us look at how things happen in the current world. abantu bali bale shareholders, for example, ba punks and other serious circles. Igogo sangia, what happens is igogo tomeru even a link. What ebigunga, our AGM yebwate it is approving these accounts, it is approving this. There is a new something we are introducing, and we want members to vote. Abantu bafote online, kara bafotire online, and mwacha mwatumeru a link, an online link. So mwacha mwatumerwa an online link, mokunyara go vote even online. So this thing also, we have discussed it for some time. And being the Narenge a chairman the electoral commission for our welfare, this is something Naroche Geko negates some members from voting. I've said Nabosanginga, we have members babwateraniri negasi asebali akara babwateraniri negasi nkibawendera gokora. They can't be able to pick their leaders. Yaninga Nabosanginga, there is a member akaratu atwarete the last elections. These elections jigocha voice yaenjanya koba ad era tanya waka kura tanya kochora any leader in our welfare. So eyoma itobono is like we are dividing members. We should allow members oyo tanyare guikirana in for example an AGM in person. Nabagwa ago cast a vote yae online. Nabago vote for a certain resolution. Nabago ago vote for a certain proposal in an AGM, so that's a participate. So that's why I feel that also in the elections, instead that only members living outside Kenya, go vote online, we open up so that if I'm present at the AGM, I can use a secret parrot to do that, to provide my vote, na vote, na igulisa kararia, na tebo montonta gete nyagete, na mark, na beke parrot box. So that in that, onye tinko nyara wikirna in that AGM, I can participate, selecting a leader I want. Na wonko nyara ko vote without necessarily cover physically at an AGM or at the AGM ground. That's what you cover. Mnabono ntokabwate AGM for this year. You already more communicatory that it will be ira cheve asakoro kunga ira cheve bosongo. Bono, I'm suggesting that after these elections, chia erire ejiuji cover on 27, ejijita keire that aumondo goika auroke physically in the AGM indanyare wake kura. The next elections to adopt amangana tokoroka online voting for all eligible members, irrespective of so many either Kenya or outside Kenya, you can be able to vote. So that voting can be opened during that day, AGM, or you're outside oyo tali within the AGM ground anyale go correct anyale go vote. So that's why I'm proposing that cross elections enyale cover deleted the all of it. Deleted the all of it so that enyale cover replaced with the elections shall be carried out through secret ballot, both in person during a general meeting and online for all eligible members irrespective of their location. Positions shall be filled by those who garner the most votes, so that tonyale koa an opportunity ase omonto oria otari konyara goikera goikaza an AGM gose omigire na egasi otanyare goika. So that's why I'm feeling that also members should be able to consider this, because this is a problem we are having. Even before recently, now some communication members will communicate through. Even at one point, the admin was asked to withdraw a statement. As in our war. So I'm appealing to members during this AGM year 27. Panyare go vote for this and approve so that in the next elections, Tonyare Utwara an hybrid kind of voting. Members again, yonda itako batevinga, ekero Morocha have taken time to come up with the proposals. These proposals, onde navara alengaringa maybe because chairman. That is why I feel that these things should be changed. Ekero ogo change something, ogo propose, you need to have a vision. Origereringa, our welfare, we should be able to focus forward so that so that ntoba confined to anseko we feel that igotore analog instead of moving where the world is moving. So if we cannot be able to move the way the world is moving, then technology will leave us behind. So because technology is changing each and every time, and it should be used for our convenience, so that umontole ose Mombasa or our member utakeire aiche an AGM ika osetabwate bese, because from Mombasa to Kisii, then around Andoirane, that is around 10,000. Instead, I will spend this 10,000, Navago conduct business yae through online, through the phone, through a laptop yae, so that accomplish whatever it is doing. That's why technology is one of the cover convenience for us. But as a welfare, we don't want to, for example, adopt a technology, then we'll be left behind. So that's why I feel that this is one of the crosses members we want to cover key nuts nande banyare goetia in this AGM. Especially I'm appealing to those who will be attending our AGM, because onye Tolikuchikonyara who attend this AGM, then it means you cannot be able to vote for this. So I'm appealing again to members to show up onye Gokonyara so that you can be able to vote for this, so that we can be able to move our welfare forward. That's the only way we can be able to move forward. So I think that is one of the crosses members should be able to vote in. Then let me just move to the last one. The last is Article 22. Article 22, Clause 4. Just Article 22, Clause 4. It reads, amendments to the welfare constitution other than amendment done through Article 20B 4 must be approved by a vote of more than a half of registered welfare members in a general meeting, and if approved, it will be effective from the beginning of the immediate upcoming new calendar year after it is approved. It is approval. Sorry. So our welfare constitution yabonekana begoteba musari koinyora. Even as AGM, we had even passed togateba a board and they go account because mbato tebetie ba registre Erieta Manga Morako Evierera Welfare Association. So that nanekaro to waka na chibese chiagende bengi direct. But igogo sanginga a board kortua gaeteti is almost 1 year egochikoera. Mbako nyara ko implement some of the things because of this cross igageko irokeba bungete. Oiko mwaka oyo moere, karo mwaka oyo moerire, pamako implement that. A constitution yebono iga already edietari registered is Manga Morako Evierera Welfare Association. But the constitution yebono iga karo konye read, iga konye somanga ego tume kabono iga this Manga Morako Diaspora Welfare Association. So, usari kurigeri that one alone, there is a problem. So, a karnari geretie that constitution, in Kamanya Koranga, it will be better to amend this constitution so that they vasago to limit whatever proposals chiweti kuchingia, chiamanya koira kusono mwako mogima, chiamanya kawa implemented. So, a cross ye kenta itekebe amended. A section ye those words were removed from that cross. It will allow us anything which were, for example, in the AGM ya December, can be implemented immediately once in January, so that we don't wait for an whole year to implement again the year. Pakago sangia ebindo bindo wakalireki kwebire. Muna the first document na tomero mo secretary yona get even the words, the changes here mangana diaspora and so on. Gaja Korea rising in the MBA into identity. It is only that are implemented because of constraints here. A constitution to go to me alone. That's why I feel that this is one of the issues to when requirement in our constitution, so that they was go to restrain anything to after 1 year. So in that clause 4, what should be removed? Amendment that clause 4 got the amendments to the welfare constitution. One said from there is something from if approved, it will be effective from the beginning. So from the beginning of the immediate upcoming new calendar year, after it is approval, I'm requesting that a sentence here on all those words chive removed, naende chive replaced with if approved, it will be effective at the start of the following month after the AGM. So onye AGM our AGM gekoba December. So onye tuatwalire an AGM during the month of December, meaning after that the following month onye those approvals chavire made, then it means igachikoba implemented immediately kuanzira January. So meaning that anything torachiwetia kuanzira January yetakeire kawa implemented by the board. So I think if we are very keen nande onye totaite kokonya our welfare, we should be very proactive in looking at again. So because our welfare igero to assist members. Ekerero to assist members, we need also to hear what the members are saying. We need to see the problems members wagwate. Only those problems, solutions are limited with the constitution, then it means we should institute amendments to the constitution here. I think if we will have another forum, because Nata Wankuri our chairman, will be able to explain other things, especially on a welfare which needs to assist members. Because Otuare welfare, when you take on a koiwa, when you take on a realize that there is a problem here, we need to change this, then now some members they feel they are not accommodated in the welfare. So I think whatever now proposed in the amendments to constitution, they will be there to assist this our welfare, so that we can be able to move on well, so that members feel they are also accommodated. We have some members, they cannot be able to vote, they cannot be able to air anything, they cannot be able to give their voice, then our constitution is limiting us. So if we can be able to open the four clauses of just moved, I think in a we can be able to modernize our welfare. We remain relevant. To include all members. Responsive to the needs of members. At least coverage on emerging technology and trends, so that all members can be able to participate. So that efficient, so that members I should have given this idea. So we should be able to give members an opportunity to give ideas. So that's why I move these amendments, and I'm appealing to members who will be attending our AGM this year, that is 2024, so to consider what I've given out and support, so that we can be able to effectively drive positive changes forward. So I think that is the end. I think that is the end. Naende yongo koiraneli admin biamono asoko ane board asoko ligi this time, so that we can be able to at least as members who understand what we are trying to bring as an amendments, so that they can be able to make informed decisions. I think I've taken 41 minutes. You gave me around 45. So I think I've tried to explain. So I think I'll stop there so that we can be able to welcome views from members or suggestions. Asante sana.
Mbiamo no, brother Enoch. Ase chinga kichikwerire ko fafanua about your proposed amendments. Ase gaba minto bali motuliretie live from YouTube. Ninchikoira chinga kiechi ko bali bageli agere mubolie amabolio and also kose any clarification mutagete aso understand kuraso yo minto Enoch. Mara entara murusia se studio egera ndingaliganie emembende ase go yobwate libolio ko swabwa se comment section o post your question yonyelike kirikwa nyelikire na boto konyelenta se screen asingencho tingo chukurwa libaga lyoko balente studio asingencho yechingaki tobwate anata ata proposals tarakwanerwa egera togende bwango kaindi tionde bwensi obwate libolio goso tagete further clarification kurwa se eno kogara post your question yabwa section se o comment as a comment section lero tokoligererie meeting ito live kurwa se channel ito ya manga morako diaspora tv yere in YouTube tigandete oyo mito Geoffrey nyitora obekire comment iga. Good evening, esteemed members. I really wish to thank the admin for organizing this forum to bring it up to speed on the proposed constitutional amendments. In a commentary, Yarura Soyo Geoffrey aso toligeret korwa na tebire biamono. Nonde nero buate anything in buate chita kaisano joka to buate egereto torrente another member nero proposed a constitutional amendment nera nyarga go tutebia usogo tueresa a constitutional amendment ya what is it all about na indembu yaki ego chikolenta se kiombeke yitu usa se verify yito nindu de chita kaisano please tumia chita kaisano chiate chita kainye post your question go say ask for a clarification. Kuraso yo minto. Ayo minto, I know kukito ganito ko kanya chi question ko send clarification. Is there anything kwe vile kiara ngangenenda teo yonde ko chase studio. Kendi ko takita commenta ko kulingana na mga constitution amendments. Ninde no maene ni maitenga kupoliole ekero kyobo chairman lakini tukolia lero tingo chwa ko aibaga yo kore campaign no chotwale SHU yeino kermo cha kore debate yeino yera yinka gerete tinda confirm from the electoral commission but I believe it will be next weekend yego chukabe weekend yego chuka Saturday or a Sunday lakini asabo no iga no bwate kende okay na ro remember nerega iga nero tigamo rente comment ya rentire oyo mindamos maruro musiga gotebanga I rejected the crowds about registrations. Reasons registration once a year will limit other new members joining. Can the board registration of membership? In a comment ya so yo minto Amos asigo yo minto Enoch is there anything you thought on kwali bageli mente go se kwebire egere to tracho crucia se studio.
Mbiamono admin. I think Timbuati anything I wanted to add. Igona iraneri li boli elio Amos Maruranya Recules, Tevire, I reject the cross about registration. Listen, registration once a year will limit other new members joining, and can the board scrutinize the new registration of membership? Orule few CI, and I think what Endona Teve take limits in registration. But again, the Egochigokora is coin ends our registration in that Igonateva, the cross nanyadeko introduce here has been is an issue, I think, to atuarete sometimes back, which I feel that there is a gap when the cover addressed in the registrations. In that, what if again the target is to bring on board members so that members banyare own the welfare, so that nto basa gotwara nto basa koa a board chinguru chionspi chiokora registration of new members without first of all a proper explanation. We komete an explanation keboro tosari kogenda nyuma korengeria abantu. I've always been attending almost all the AGMs. There is a time to atualete a crisis, not a crisis as per se, but members ya bantu bariho complain bateba emembe yerueta segete yarueta segete yarueta segete. So to me ebirenga libia ne birenga tuare konyora way yoko the application sia karuchi very received tomanya gocha in an AGM a board through the secretary at the application to receive. These are the new applicants. Oyo garueta segete, oyo nyagete. Nande tuanyara gotebiwa, because we have seen also in this welfare, okonyoro monto technically agocho ekero eidabwate a problem. Osama there is a problem where achigoka, which also ekeombake okera so irobero gago sota uti problem abwate ose gago benefits then yo manya kogenda osirapi. So kwacha konyora members wako bodi naki oyonga kia soetiwe through chirende. So that's why ntori limit, because bono iga our welfare monto tayo between manga morako ebierera monto tayo tamaiti about this welfare. Igo, I don't thinking a mondonaro resiko otayo in within this welfare. So to have a control so that members later, let us have members wako appreciate bate wangaki now oyonere tutagete osaba na butu approve basoe oyo tu amori checked because of this and that. So I think from there ndogo tuara any conflict moving forward. So Amos ninyuwete your concerns, but I think we should have a control. Thank you, admin.
Ambiamo Amos, boigo yo minte commissioner mere nyobale. Nero the presentation is clear. We can brainstorm on the ground. I think the head start twacha kabono so that members get to committee during the AGM at least mobile where musumu nobo manyinga what these constitutional amendments are all about. Asigo enoku na akirembia mono asoko nyorali bageni koja se kwende YouTube ya channel ya YouTube asoko eresa members kumanya ki propose chiao. Asigo tigangire chinga kiechi ojo korusia se studio egere nainde wongwa nkoru ya borochi oyo propose ya propose ende oyo minto ifanisia sanyo na temire kumulia tinda manyora na tige report egera kole anga kerepa kegere molenta se studio go bono iga tinda red communication korua sale ase igo oyero jacobo yo kabere ase presentation nere lakini dende let's hope maybe ne chamware mubwatete usina stareka se internet yerengia igo ngo chiko oso ase studio bunanda iga nanjendwete presentation kiani proposed a few amendments nanjenyarenko baeresa minuwari kago soa na ina bago chikawono ibo moeri ase tikulia lero ini okora rende meeting ya lero gose egikaranzire kia lero kubwa kigima tiga kwa some message ya ruregi ya kira yo moerio kurwa Geoffrey. Thank you Bwana Enoch Ogara for the elaborate discourse on your proposed constitutional amendments. Huyo Minto Edwin Yang Onyuoki Omweli, Bravo, the proposed amendments will bring changes for the betterment of our welfare. Ambiamono Edwin. Asigo Enoch, tuaro mogorobo omuya naende toru ase studio. Kendra gotegerera na iguna ki proposal shinde chigocha. Asigo Enoch, thank you so much for your time.
Mbiamono pen noonde bado tindaruo. I will be listening your proposals.
Okay, thank you. Let me take you back to backstage. Sorry, I'm to con together na con together. Aba minto mbiamono. Mna nanya rengo batebia. Oyo mintefan si asanyo tara chase studio. Igo na bongo basomere proposal yaye. Evan si asanyo na buate proposal gaiga. Tigago proposing gosenya some. Proposed amendments to welfare constitution to allow our spouses to register as members. Yani aso bwenge vanisiga gete eke ombeke jeito muna moke manyete abantu ba qualify kwa members. First of all, you must be an ordinary member. Ordinary member no monto ose omoiborwa bwebinyoro bya seita alimanga murago ibyerera ebo mumura ebo muiseke originated kurwa se binyoro ebi lakini omenyete permanently isiko ye binyoro ebyo. Lakini constitution yeto tebwa tirumu yoko arao onde bwensi utaibuiria se binyoro ebi gosota originated from those areas koba a member. Gone vanisiago proposing tuchuwanchera our spouses. Our spouses here means like now the sons balibuiria se binyoro ebi bieito ntolentete abaruki baito bocha enkayeito. What you find that abarugi ababaito gosa our wives balikonyora opportunity yokoba members nonya pono ekenyoro keriki abire no enka yabo ikiara ikereba arweta ari esentu abaruseti ikereba akire kenyoro yeito obaka abantu bekinyoro byeito no togocha twaroski family no enka yeite permanent asobogi mabwensipi. Lakini unfortunately these spouses they are not I consider that the room yogo so a members. Even so example, iga go te banga na ru de example ga iga like a member yeito ya nyate ke gosira rukoro Mr. Pio omurugio yo ko Jacqueline yo ndenare ga iga okoro kwa mokeira oiro mo maete no oiro omumanyi mbaga neti kasana sana go so ineke ombeke yeito lakini a constitution ekabasiekerera. Nabo igona abange mbarorro bale e category ye batagete babe members lakini onyora nga they can't be members as in encho ye requirement ye constitution. So in simple terms evan sigata gete ekepengere keri kere in article 7A ege okwana about ordinary members babe ba originate from Morocco in kirudinga. It has to be permanently resides outside the community borders and replaced with an ordinary member must originate stroke. One other the stroke must originate stroke or married to within the borders of Manga Murake Bierera and permanently resides outside the community. Ngayanya baswati yaba babe obanyuo mire ba originated to say banyu mire go che binyorebi lakini bamenyete isko ye kenyoreke na baro ba egwe libaga yoko ba members igonye die banisiale ngega iga na baro cha gotweresa so bogale patrende in a proposal ya yemineti igo it is self explanatory. I think during the HM day members mwenye kwanere asobogale mokorane bwate ground na moko nyarao ebe kwa se constitution egere na bara kukiara this ready is actually there hours ikia they have really moved to our places etoke osuna bono for example abana bo ba nya gusiro o togete ko oni omugaka bwe kenyoro osirire utigire omong'ina oye na abana still abantu aba nabaito omong'ina ono oyo ito kiano bwoye morako. So you have to consider this tinkonyara kobatebi ngaki mochi koye consider patirende ne bwenerete moche monyerengere monye kwanere tore gose this ladies banyore opportunity na bro yokoba members beke ope igo inere proposal yarenge ya Evans bono ntigangirane gochasi proposal na ichena evident ta seke ombe mbwate chi proposal isato tinkonyara kuchirenta ase screen ese ngeke tini gotumia computer ngotumia simi igona kioroche mberete igasi ankonguga iganye ndina bwate opportunity ya computer ngana wana chipuru lakini rende ngabere ngotemande ngisome buna nkirigete mbwate chi proposal isato proposal entangani igeko chukwa mendi article 7D ye constitution yeito clause 6 ekwerendeye igegoteba igoro ya members bali moved kurwa seko keombe aseng'encho yogotakana any payment in the whole calendar year kero omwaka ese general meeting ekoba gose GM body ngobasomerere members balia batanya gwakana besende yonse ukiase kesi kende yonse koru January mpaka December constitution ya se clause yeke asa article 7 D clause 6 igekwa board chinguru these members were removed kurwase ekeombe to have toko rules a lot of members through a clause yeke lakini bono clause yeke na nenge kwane tenga these members bata ekrata gete koirane ekeombe bono chiro osege gasi ya erete that is the reasons why asinyitu wakana chikesi chiaye bono natagete otwalire kidianda yokoirana back bono nyoranga lideni lidia bwate consumer tabanga ekero atagete corrects the back irane he has to come back as a new member yani baka kane registration na upfront area ya 1200 plus akane lideni lion CP abwate amanya kuro rabe reinstated back to the welfare bone ya beire ya rekane ko bege tango as chi member kingo konyora member ibwate lideni ya 5000 2000 10000 as ogete karine lideni elio bono maybe chi status cheche improve onyol regas bona taira ne pack lakini bono chikulige lideni ya rura lide too huge yagera bono liagendera komosieka nyono moyo liabwata taira ne onyora nge member tebwati moyo bono sinyikia lideni actually this a lot of money. What I'm proposing, members bali bata the koirana. First, bairana as new members, register with 200 registration plus upfront, a total of 1200. Boy, go to get ready then the diabuate. Bono go propose to waive 70% yearly then the diabuate. Egere, ere committee only 30% yearly then the diabuate. Ekera so ire keombe. Na inde teri rasmali yakane immediately teniridia. One into which go waive 70%. Onyo motokabwa tere say 10,000 in alias. Puanchile koira na pack to the welfare wakane registration fee. One autokoru 7,000. That is equivalent to 70%. Erebone committee at the 3,000 the remaining parents. That is 30%. Nainde asweke ombe immediately ebone be kugalia buna ale asiaye akoruani kuchiakana egere akore basobwango egere abe in good standing ebone chukwe nepo most of our members all of these people are all actually they are from the community, they are our brothers, they are our cousins, they are our uncles, aunts egere to baguswedio mosigo yo egere baira na seke ombe egere to pili ke ombe ke to are more resources egere ke ombe ke strong. Inere proposal mbwate ochiase clause article 7D clause 6 tuchikorusia tos last word sigo te banga bait kire membe koirana nga akanedi dendili in full lakini bono tuchiko waive so that akane only 30% 70% erusi wororo asoko enda bwango amendment inde yakabere mbwate ne yogo chikotaka chiricho ni representatives so sisi chapter representatives cheke ombeke yeito na chiro chichibe elected by members. This one here in Article 10 ekwanira muna bono bacholi bodochi kogenda bono ase GM ebirogo byochu wageri chikura ne birogo 7 byoka. That is a chairperson, a secretary, a treasurer, a patron, a administrator, organizing secretary, normal coordinator. Those are only 7 positions out of a 17-member board committee. Kwama group one yoranga, the remaining 10, ababago akirichukura vale 7. The remaining 10 igobakaba nominated by the 7 yababa elected. Again, go disadvantage members, these other officials vale 10, okonyora bago twara royalty yabe nene, just say board. Who are the 7 people? Kwama kunyoranga, ebinte binge biekombe keribigo korwa. Bono konyoranga these members bibago tebuna abachorete na bibago kolera. Kwanyora bono members amangana members onyoranga tariko koigo mukaso muya asengenjo this 10 the royalty go just abachorete. That's why I brought this amendment. Egere toini kirichon representatives. That is a chapter representative ya Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisii, na abroad, were elected by members. So that a clause yeke, yechuko tuara, 11 members were elected na members. Tumaturo tigare na only 6. Walibago chukwa tibuna ki assistants, wokana wachukwa nominated by the 11. At least this one, Yabekolendanga, a representative ne ya children na members, as compared to the current case whereby the majority of the body officials are just nominees from the few board officials who were elected. The move faster, near the article, any amendment, and I got that too. Your Moelia said to clear say constitutional amendments. Ni go propose to call a amendment to Article 20A, Clause 5 and 6. Article ne go kwanera ki benefits ki and say elderly people from the community. Kurumaiga ya ye konyorulinga a constitution ite go to tebinga before monto mogotu ko se elderly person yo sira se kenyoro ataraba approved for benefits. There are some requirements a board when the collegeria is as Article 20A Clause 5. A year of tebanga baka omonto yo osire toligererie aba murabaye tomanyenga aba murabaye inka bamenyete undite yo menyete isiko ine requirement number as Clause 5. Na Clause 6 yama ya komentanga omonto yo sirire aba murabaye batoke ngabalenga at least 6 months prior to the death of the elderly person. E Clause yeke yatwa robo tutu kanwake kurwa magega e kero chi benefits chi arakoba approved which say kenyoro towards these elderly people. Bono what the reason why I'm bringing it is intopugati any data or such documents chigo toro kie kenyoro ndia bantu bakurwe kenyoro na ndi bakoirana. You cannot find it anywhere. Igotogo kora geswak, igotogo kora, otogo na tuaboli aba amate, agosaba iri, gosome familia ne otogo chitwa depending omo muroyo, india ruetenka, india iranete, but we don't have a data, egotoro kinga, nyarebe gosepena diosoro tuka ruete mora akoneri, neli tuka iranete neli. One a constitutional requirement, one yama kuro ya to make in a situation, to tanyare specify the exact dates. Owa muraba go se abana ba consider go to tebinga toligereringa magega omoibolio yoba tarasiro yerel dali indi babeirenka for 6 months. Of course imbaro tumanyite bamenyetenka permanently lakini baro ba chabasoka bairana bagenda bago chabagenda bono ntubwati any record Togo ego togo konya egere tumanye nga kito kora tumanye india bamuraba bakite. Bono to end up kokora guesswork go depend from the family na nyar ko bairesa. Yama ego tokanga twachire mamichonyora gose abantu baja gutwara botutu kanuna we no bairo monto chibese tabwendo ko chibese momuro ni skamenyete mara unkonya ni skamenyete na irana go chanka bono tubwa record tukubuna togene yana so mugambi tago gotebindi bena dibosora jete abantu go chabali chinka bamenyo motinyo mo mamenyete muaye atanya korrekana kraja osoka oje para mwaka nganga ni gorachete ani omonto okolre emetinyebere oso omonto garuetenka abantu nimumaitenga no arenga ari omonto okolre iskemetienye tatu bono nimumaitinga omonto nasogete so that gokonya issue ete chiwapen again chikorento botutukaniri. That's why I'm proposing ndo basa kurigeria mangana bamura monto ne bwecho ikire 70 years old kurwa sekenyoro I we benefit ya 30,000 after all empore ke ombege korugoja so monto yo beire miaka 70 asenge nchonere miaka ya menyira sense ne miaka emenge ya sa moira sense aso boiko bwense naenda moira abeire na intwe igo tige ke ombeke rupore ya 30,000 to anyone kurwa sekenyoro o ikire 70 years nto ekraus yeke tor diriti ekwende this last sentence ego debinga tuligereringa bamura baye nisiko bamenyete naende nga kuri omonto yasira bamura baye at least no balenga for 6 months ekenege tutanyare go proof mondira nte yora ntebinga kitora proof egenteke igombuya e constitution ege to sibete ngenjo gete toete the requirement is so tough to prove. So that's why I'm proposing everybody we get 70 years que ombekamo e pore ya 30 years egere kerente omorembe ikyandi no maine ngarinka ki family ke kyali ndu kibese ekibono kitamaitinga ombenke bwateri chiko bono bali ke nyarebe aro bakaegwa iga ntoiri at the end twanya koba victimized kwanyora leaders babere victimized nyarebe nere bwangete bono nyora ngende ngeri kolenta morembe igo digebe chendero abantu bonse bali 70 years yese kenyoro baiwe erongori yabo gose pore ya 30,000 inere proposal yane ya number 3 as a constitution na boigo bono ndu as a constitution that the move which are such standing orders. These are the solutions kia bete implemented na members like I think 2 years ago. As a general meeting, ya bete in 2022, members introduced again the Kunga community development funds. Kibase members wakatebanga kere member aso mwaka adonate 1,000 Kenya shillings. Nekibase members wakatebanga out of this money 80% yekibase chigende towards community development and 20% chigende towards everything. A body ekaranza eka koraki ekarosia ki policy nga kichibase chichikoba allocated. Now to anyoretenga as 80% chichara koenda towards education chikaba allocated like 25% chienda morako primary school 25% chienda morako secondary school ndubwate 10% chienda polytechnic ndubwate another 10% chienda towards runners evaluation tests na boy go another 5% chienda for bright kids from the community na boy go echinde chigewe abalimu baliemetema temwa bago korubia. For the last 2 years, I think for 2023 chibasechi chiabeta allocated naende mpaka chipasa Johnson Karosiwa people abantu bakaru wide and far bakajoli chipasa likuruali murako nga manga diaspora welfare association ngoruele chipasa. And once these people applied for these bursaries, everybody had the expectation nga ngochiare konyora. But ikitoko genda into records abantu ba qualified for bursaries actually balinga abantu abake sana. Due to this njama chitikolento botutu kanuna we ikiara bono kwasi kwa ile familia yemo ikinde kwa chirinire naende keroko ndankali kweli abantu benya alite abantu inse bale kimapato bono ikolenta ngamanga murako diaspora yarentire ndoki yarentire ogwata nenekana bono babwate kipendereo bako abande bali no, but they didn't know nga egendeke a policy arose tiwe naende nebwate requirements umuntu abwente ko make egera qualify for these funds. This year, actually, in Magega, they get to a general meeting last year, that is December. Yabete appointed to Kanyerenda up to March, singing to lack of quorum last year. They got to Karangari special general meeting yabete March of this year. Omwalimu, we secondary Morocco. He came, agate member singer, amatem tuagore. Actually, we put papers from Cardinal Tunga High School. We spend a lot of money. Chiba zitu kajirentera the former head teacher, ama sakaritu kamorentera. Lakini, to our dismay, umwalimu oyo, olenga say general meeting here, a special general meeting. Iga tebeti member singa matemwalia, no alimu rake secondary abungire kapat. Mwalimu tai kibana eteriso nineringa igo bote nga abana bakoiwa matemwa Cardinal Tunga nkonyora bale kisiro ejisi komo obosoku bono. This is a sacrifice members wete rule chibese chiaba egere toru amasakara abana bakore motivate these kids by evaluate their levels of academic, lakini onyora ngo mwete teacher the only principle kwanga kwa abana amatemu ino ali murako a school. This is a waste of public of welfare funds. Bono this year again, chiba sekeri kia change twe go members with their donations. To my dismay, I think the board in Togo sete also for I we body ito. It is we waited until the last term. Actually, mutinyu kianda mutinyu komikara bana bagenda go prepare for national examinations. Inga nalibona to chikogora matem to bairere. When this issue was brought to the board meeting, we also questioned why the leadership of the group has been keeping quiet. Siba sekicha change tu ekia siege to mweli o 2023. Inki baka siba sekicha accounts up to November, almost around October. Nalia matema chikokorwa, abana bana chikokorwa bachiko evaluate their skills. Anyway, bono nje kolika likuwa nengolinga, this is a misuse of funds. Leaders, included, we failed our members. Ikia kenege tuto wento tokole mapema, lakini ndokerente irima se board ikiara as an admin or senator official. The only official who is mandated to call a board meeting is the chairman through the secretary. Oh no, that is what happened. It is recently, amatemo intura manyosa kolidwe, nyone board intura renterwa and documents this is how the money was spent. Up to this minute, we are still put on hold. Into any information to have you go, and that's why proposed a community development kit ever abolished from our welfare. So that in the as members, we are struggling. Into what a lot of members want to go what I'm a den. But events on time. It is high time as a welfare to try to think outside the box. Eger to take the investment scheme. So that you say the community 96 years better introduce the community. I don't think you are entering any impact. Again, they are entering no wetana about good band about people get money so that to cure this problem once and for all. I think it is the right time to welfare investment scheme whereby these funds shall correct our funds to make us investment whichever members are agree. These returns can be used to uplift those members that are behind. Again, we have a lot of members but guarantee their payments. So the only way here konye ke umbeke need to take a strong to konya to tenene imara. kere twatenenire imara bono tubwate chinguru nari turanyara korambario kaboko weito tuchikokonya bari batari nani members, but now for the time tibese tokuchanga chinyinge twanyora tokokonya abantu bari nani members, but members bari registered onde yoko baligererio so that komanyeme chando yabo. But that's why I proposed as a meeting cha members muchumuligererie a propose yane ye go korusia community development funds chibe reformed chirokwe community investment fund ekigo kikaba kikotenenedwa nende constitution netoete nebwate kiobisia ba trustees so that our trustees babe negasi bagokora so that mutresere class angeri chibese eki which hand over to the trustees invest on our behalf. After all, dindo chi meaning yoko tuara trustees aseke ombe na bone tamu elia ego chikoera barenge trustee obisi. There is nothing they did, they were just a name. Igobono nyemba uchiko igwega asintistene I time to abolish obisi chikuru se constitution. But yenye constitution gatoeta these officers tigana baruto ba emeremo egere bacha ko invest on our behalf. Those are the proposals I had in the terms of as some standing orders. These are the resolutions which were made by members in 2022. So the solution here you won't propose this year, ever amended to change ever investments. As a government, nara inabwate, unless on the water volume, you can post there so that I can answer it quickly before tutara kora a live stream yeto. Okay. Na tebi go iganga Evan Siasanya outside the studio. I will check on that. You go Evan Siasanya go to studio. I'm going to bring you in. Tiganko le egere mago kolenta naye. Okay. Na nyorre body somebody a member yeto Thomas Maruri. Yeah, thanks Mr. Ben. Can we have a period for reinstated members to clear their appearances, having waived part of their appearances? I think, Thomas, as a proposal, Yane, I wanted to make it easy for these members. The Tangan Kegima Baida never be members. Again, need their membership. Once they have gained their membership, one parents which is 30%, they went back, one it is upon them. Babe the members no ba ko say register. A parents work. It is now on their timelines. Egere work add ko create third parents. Ekiakero monto gata gete abe in good standing. Ekiakero mechande konyore na ko then you know you are in probation. And another thing I want to remind members, our RASI general meeting, do a collective proposal and a proposal. You could reduce probation from 3 months to 1 month. Yeah, better passed. The only thing that is implemented, no you mean to know what I got to tell you proposal. It is that any proposal according to the current rule. You got to have an amendment, according to the approved the members. They are implemented until the new upcoming year. You got a proposal you, eganyete January tarehe moja ebe affected. Igoja January tarehe moja next year, our probation period will reduce from 3 months to 1 month because this is an amendment which was passed by members in March of this year. And so you go, Thomas, I think I've answered you. Amos Mararo, I disagree with amendments. Amendment 1 for the waiving, they will make injustice to the current members since they have been in good records. I can agree with you, it can bring an injustice, but again, these are not strangers, these are our people. And the reasons Chico Garabanto, Baba Wakana, Ekeombe. One of the reasons, through my research, it is loss of jobs. When these members work through jobs, through one job, kumondo Rusia chop ogenda nka lakini naende nga kiende ya chaikanga onyorire gasi ende kera nyorire gasi utwaro moyo gwokoira na gocha sekeombe but bono onyoranga requirement ye gotebanga igogo chasa new member naendo oakane in full erieta it is in full or your layers egere gwa chiakanire in full omaekruoro obe reinstated. I have an example. Last June this year, there is a member obetally moved. And agatoma a application, ata go join, agatoma registration yaye. One secret to can start say board to go approve these members. To kanyoranga member ye igalenge a old member obetally moved because of non-payment. Lakini bono twa romo yego koraki. Woko irana back. Bono ndomo approve it, lakini agatomerwe reportinga you cannot be approved until quarantine kibesa bwate osen 2,500 like something like that 3,000 did deni abwate ochirenta in full to ma state up to this minute a member yo tichetie to mechibese echo igobono tanya kabawa member na bwato moyo bwogo chara kini nyali amendment ya no set this row nyalenge in press anga this member na nyalto opportunity yo kabe member to micro to wave yani musama maite nyone president ye Republic of Kenya ngo pardon yale murderers amuntu ito mondo pinapkate constitution mwete chinguru choko pardon criminals from prison into as aware vengi tuta pardon our own members banyarire bagotwara madeni lakini batwariro omoyo bwokoira na back. Why can't we also show something na kuja sebalenga mwatwa romo bwoko chai lideni na likotangete. Can we wave something small egere na aye oirane naende I think ikera iranire bono na chigo keep a record yabe yaye ever in good standing forever. So that is the meaning behind this amendment, brother Amos. Oyo minto Melen yateba. I've heard you classmate well. Shall it be called community investment fund or a welfare investment fund? This one, all these names are all the same. Classmates, these all names are all the same. It is now a matter of members to discuss which is the best name to give this fund. But the thing I agree with you, the both of them are investment. So whether it is called community, whether it's called welfare, I agree that it is going to be an investment. Oyo mindamos naendo iranira back. With amendments 1, I have a big question concerning that. We have such special cases where members of goodwill contributed to some members for non-payment. About waiving, I disagreed, is only commitment. Amos, I agree with you. And then again, I have to come back in example. In 2021, during our AGM, our former treasurer, Brother Thomas Yunyango, came agate members singa into about 2 members valenga baroide. Now members yaba they are about to lose their membership because they are unable to make payments due to illness. Members waka sympathize with these members. Wakaamua baba koleki baba paid off their arrears. I remember members to create the 100-day challenge whereby to areko changa nkenke bako mwali yeto kanyara to a kolire egoli yu ya those 2 members to kaba paid out of the arrears ekagera mbaba removed from the welfare. But as it stands now, it was for 30 years. 2024, those members, AGM ya 2021, no, ya 2022, to 2023. 2023 to pay those members off their arrears. I can tell members today, 2024, those members by then the pack to where they were square one. Is it going again to make Chiarambe and Tobachangere? It is going to be impossible. We thought by the time Tokoba paid off, they would have they will catch up with an Avrobacha with Kokora contributions. But these members, up to this moment, they are still in probation, meaning the effort the welfare took to pay out these members, it failed. Into good standing. They have never paid because still we don't know whether they recovered. We have no information. So, these members want to get by class, brother Amos. Are we going to tell them to pay everything? And to manyeta banta so is it just waiving them something small from their arrears? Is it a bad thing? Anyway, members will discuss on this because the welfare belongs to members. Members are the owners. So this is a proposal, and when it's a proposal, there are a role. You go, members can disagree with it or can agree with it. As you go, Brother Amos, I think I've tried to answer you the best I can. And then the what table didn't move. Okay, I think I've tried to answer all of you. Tigango nkolere gago inde teo amo ande okay. Evanis now kona korande soa. Please come in. I was about to bring you to the studio. Lakini inde waso click the link. Egere nkorore in the backstage. Meanwhile, toka ndo kukanya Evanis. Naendo what any question before I close my presentation. At the same time, and the very young Yora Nyore or Ikere Panisevans Kesonale studio, I was about to bring him into the studio like in Patimba and Indo Soccer. So anyone can reach out to Evans. Link, Gerasoe, Mubeke, Nerato, Quanera Pauti, Proposeria ya spouses. Another question. Another question, wherever you have, Amos still, what is this? Okay. For such cases, I agree, but for the general point of waiving, I disagree. Amos, you think, that's your opinion, and we agree with each and everyone's opinion. Agnes Kerubo, good evening, members. Good evening, Agnes. Okay, Evan is inside the studio. Let me try to bring him into the studio. Evan, karibu sana. Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Good evening. Piamono, karibu sana sa studio.
Bongi wete.
Na ako igure ya loud and clear.
Abakwa ene tu wake usumbu wana tima jese monde melody. Lakini moko mitaka chika ikia abakwa nimbi ya mole.
Piamono Evan spigan kolente. Egeroto kende puanga sengencho yeche.
Bongi wete.
Evan ntoko igwete loud and clear. Go forward with your
Nimbi ya mono. Hello.
Evan
Yes.
na
abakwa nimbi ya mole mwesi sa mwanya ketinga sa mwabeta. Amendment na la koleta ya la vere drive on. Na litani enko boria ba officials which motua moja kwa chorua ati ke na tata konyereta last year lakini ikabete we na nyerenta teki etiko mna ya takire kolento it's high time ya ikire nende wono konyerenta oso ikorigeria article 7A Igeko an ordinary member must originate from Mangamurako Ebierera and permanently resides outside those areas. Ega tiki agara tenga lete gendeke aba wa mindo monyorete yani gendeke eketa banda bari bamyete yani bari boire kisemeji oseba menyete kisemeji amanga lakini mbaeti abarugo baito ibaga bayiniertie kwenda se ya yo mwaka wa emebye kera ruro gose abura nyore nga omate abura nyomo musuba nyore ayetito monto yo munyombe na atene kyombe musuba nyombe na yache yekyo no sai kolgere yo minto chakirin no muga cheremia nyakudi abalenge no kugania yo sai kyombe abuso mwaka atali no kugania yo sai kyombe yando sai kolgere yo minto opio nyatega gosira mukai na tagete golkeini ese ayaye lakini ke kamupa atali umuibori omorako na bande yo minto tamaris ya kiribati mogochok na tagete sai kyombe singe jakirwa na minyete ke kamupa ngata ko nyara gosoa esinge jina na mete kanera de bono de tago nyara gosoa lakini yo minto mokeira mokoiro momanyi momonyorete gamete nyamira na tagete sai kyombe lakini ke kamupa igaba mite kia ko gera na rengera ngaki kiragere omurugyo nyomete goja seit omurugyo nyomete kwa mwaka ne chiombe ne na ala entitled yoko barungo mo menyo murako manga yerera kwende kera coltis nganga ngarenga ringa abantu abanene bonde ko uribaga one of the kwende kera ne byo mwaka yo nyuma mwaka itali na acha seit abantu ya seit ndutako mwara ora era nera ala geste sekiondeke egera in the future maybe abana nyone mabiko to ikoro nyora abantu abange twarure ba maybe twakure onyana bakungu batigare bagenderie kyombe anyway na kia gere tengarengera ringa gatoe abange na baito tunyomete na barabu maybe nya bagwato kuganie maybe gare twaruro usonyora mwako eta bwati kugani nera aba ayo maboso yoso sekyombe aba minto akuna kugana kwane nko basaba nga gwe KHM egente ke mogi onchore ke be eso menga ordinary member must originate from Mangamurako Ebierera and permanent reside outside the community borders and replace it will replace Emanyako reading ordinary member must originate or married to within the borders of Mangamurako Ebierera permanently resides outside the community borders. Nja ina arakwa ni kwa nese nje network ina arakwa ni kwa nena arakwa ni ala tama ebinte bya no jasumure biyamono
Mbiamono, Brata Evans, abaminto, balimotegarrete mwaigura magani, alfanis ase proposo yaye, naende ninchiko ruchingaki chitaekanga isano, ndo bwate riborio kurwa Evans yarenge, short and precise. Yo tagete komanya more clarification, go say anything, yo tagete commenta, please post it there on the chat section. Apostoko likachi comments chito, egere Evans ya so merwe, egere airanerie. Iko na rejita ya kangi sano, towards a proposal ya Evans. Meanwhile, toka ndete kokanya, Evans, I have to congratulate you for that proposal. For me, I think it stands out. Ebe ya mo koligereliwa kiagera kro koligerelia these our wives when they moved from their father's houses. Eba kita story na this is where they called their homes. Ono ke bamenyete ga ikamura komange bierera buno bwoye. Naenda hasta yamanyeta kurukuboye. Igamenyete isiko. Nero kendete kolenda abana today for example gosigare umubaraka umugako yasirire. Nata kete kolenda abana aba bamurako. Why can't we actually teri nga gosene campaign ngo correct propose yo na so koligere rikwane yari kutoka nga naona ringa say a general meeting. That's where I would argue this is my point of argument. Ikiagera I know most members they are going to argue kiamba te tenge kiombe kente ngita kitikirigeri towards in laws, but when I see it Angora the only two in law scale enter into our welfare na Bible divide. Lakini the children also remains kwa bana be kenyoreke yeto. Kolenta Bible divide mother ne father. I don't think it is going to be a big deal, but then let us look a bigger picture. Abana babai to ba morako mo swati ongabuno for example ale endete. I hope members much can take from the wider perspective. These people now be considered. They are part and parcel of our community. Tinda rival didn't go towards Evans. It is just greetings here. Good evening, members. This is from a member of Kweroka Art Breaker. So that one I cannot bring it forward. It's just greetings. Any member, please. 4 minutes left for Evans. Go answer your questions. If we have any, I got to go call our meeting for tonight. Any member what a Koboli Konde? Okay, let me open now. Any member what a general observation? Go say Otagete Koboli Kendions about the or the presentation Java or Chia Penitu tonight from Enoch, from mine, and from Evans. Okay. Enoch Pogara is coming back. He's saying all the proposals presented tonight are good and the members ought to consider. That is from Enoch. Any other member? Anyway, it looks like our members were actually the head start. What is going to happen during the AGM concerning the proposals, the proposed constitutional amendments, and the standing orders. Amos again is saying majority. I agree. I disagree a few. Any other person? Okay. Any other member feel at studio? Just na wonko rulibaga for 1 or 2 members what I do studio. Onye go feel you want to come to the studio, let me put the link. You go connect the studio straight. Rogers Nyakundi, good evening, morning members. This proposal for waiving needs to be taken into care, consideration. Otherwise, we might create room for raceness. My opinion, though. Thank you, Rogers. I want to share a link. Let me share the link. Egerebalente Studio. Okay, any member who feel like to come to the studio, to Kwanye, to Tarasieka, we need to close this thing. Na vekile link ya se group yetu ya Manga Murako Diaspora, that's our forum, WhatsApp forum, there's a link there. Once you click that link, it will bring you straight to the studio. Egerenko rente utokwanye na inde all your observation before we close. Okay, Amos again. Most of amendments are really great, nice, especially one for hybrid voting. Thank you, Amos. Any other member of the studio? Now we create link yeto as a WhatsApp yeto. Click that link to bring you straight to the studio. Okay, to close again take by 10 p.m. To what 15 minutes more. Okay, Amos watching all the backstage. The concurrent or your observation. Amos karibu.
Na jengo makondi wairire
Amos waire amos weke camera.
Niko kazi ni vile siwezi weka kamera pole.
Okay, go ahead. Give us your observation.
First of all, I want to take this opportunity to thank for our members, the officials for the good work Bagakora. So let's keep the same spirit. Coming the year 2025, at least to skate your memotu. There are ups and downs. So in the 100%, but I think we are ready to the direct correct direction. The only thing was about the back of is very been the very pending. If there's a way they can work, which are colleagues, so that at least at the end of the 10 year abantu, they have an excuse na nagi accounting jay gore to go seki gente te kya gerete at least montondo iruegas tiga no moyo yomo as members. Let's work on the contribution so that at least if you are as a recording yo waka na kede na keba tinga geretina at a point no jo nyore asabe. The only issue according no most of our members okonyana nduru waka na ikenga gyo de dobo konyi na lyo de dobo na ki na kanete kesi kete no as members ngwaj mono members. Let's do our part, you will contribute. As leaders, by mandate, just follow the constitution, so that in case of anything, you are within the constitution. If you do anything outside the constitution, then there is a big problem. As my opinion, I've been listening. Most of the amendments, 80%, I agree. It's a few which other members will have their opinion, but at the end of the day, we agree to agree. Ikiombegezke motu, tubuaterane tuskimura ko yaito MS. That's all I can say.
Thank you, Brother Amos. As your observations. Any other member, utagetenere molente studio, to about only 10 minutes to see to come to the conclusion of our presentation tonight. Any other member, please click the link. Link ninyebegete as a WhatsApp ye group. You can find that link. Just click it. It will bring you straight to the studio. Egere koe na iri baga. As tukengete kokanya any member tagete go join. Tigangiranie our leaders abalenga se meeting ya lero oyo minto Enoch no ale part of backstage mulente to the studio egere nere aru is parting remarks before ntararenta Enoch kanya we prepare as for your parting remarks na boy go Evans kenda we prepare for your parting remarks tiango nete member ya ikro Victor 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 Bono was salary. We can go to studio. Make sure qua reduce all the volume here, TV, radio, or music instruments, please. Egeret netra koiwe. I think now qua reduce. Let me bring you back to the studio. Victor, tingo kwa libaga. Kiagera. From your background, no what the background the music. You want to take it to trente. Kiana to the toiwe. I say go fix the pole, but once I reduce your volume, then I will be able to bring you to the studio. Okay. As the one I got gange enoku, liba gakita ekaivere, aru is parting remarks. Boy go, abuatuna Evans, and then from there we call it a day. Enoch, karibu.
Mbiamono Penland, mbiamono bali balengo abasoire batalengo akaronare okwana I think nkobaira neri mbiamono asogo nyora chinsa nanda asogo soa so that it is good maitekero umuntu obwata some proposals gosofiretie ebinto mbirororo bigo limit some members batanyare ko exercise their freedom within welfare, opening out all those issues. So tonight, I think all the proposals Munana Ansete, Wacha, then Evans Neroicha, all the proposals are good. And I urge members to discuss those what digest at least, which can work for them. Work for them. There is nothing which is cast on stones. All the things is we go through continuous improvement. Maybe to improve better, ideas, then it should be able to move us to the next level. Igo nche again let us be focused to where we are heading to. And reflecting from where we have come from and looking forward. So I think to move in that direction like that, Naboko Nyauranga to assist our members and to anyalire ko move forward with one mind, so that into basakusiekerera abantu bandesiko ebirengereri by'abantu, so that to move as one team. So akara abantu bako work together as one team, then we can be able to move forward well. When there is when there is a lot of transparency within the processes, then abantu work move without friction. Sometimes issues in Nyakobora. That is why in any process there is always continuous improvement. So I think say all members in Biamun, attend or attend. Let us turn out in the AGM so that we can discuss these proposals further. Tonyale ko manyanga nchiri nchiri chitakire kogenda for improvement, for amendments, but rende to what has been presented tonight. Actually, I can say 95%. If passed, now we can just move on well, and then move our welfare to the next level. Mbuyamono nande nyasaye anyale ko balenda pake karotora umira nenga kiende, God willing. Mbuyamono.
Thank you, Brother Amos. Brother Enoch, sorry. Evans, it's your turn. Evans, in your Korea studio, please. I think you have left the studio. Nara, our secretary Nacho in Osoka. So, Pana Secretary, if you had something you wanted to say, I have 5 minutes before I cross. Mr. Zakaria, if you are there, if you are listening to me, click the link. As an official, I can bring you in. At the same time, Evans was okay, but my thing I'm waiting for the two of you, Alice Evans, or your parting remarks. And at the same time, as we are waiting for Evans to come in, and our secretary jointly, let me bring him into the studio. Nere atote because ate obosemia before to trasieka. Brother Secretary, karibu sana.
nabakwaniribwa barayi baminto na members mwensi anda siasa muri bwa irire buya andi bwakire buya
Biyamono.
bya muno ase abaminto barenge proposals amendments and standing orders buya ase welfare yaito. I'm sorry I did not get time to listen from the former commissioner chairman, Brother Enoch Wogara, Batina Keroyo Mdoben, and Evans Asanyo. But I want to say it is good for the prosperity of our welfare, correct these amendments, and personally say that it is good that our members to water our welfare at arts. Na kuna kulia ringa ingi tura correct the best for our knowledge so that our welfare to move stable ya mocha sayende. But there's something that I wanted to put across that una bantu bande bonse bamenye tandonsi we may face challenges as implement our constitutional and standing orders during our operations. These challenges here chiwo tokonya kusuka one step ucheyende inde ekyombe gyeto gekonge. But again, there is some other amendments to voting twice. Ekiagera chi amendments njiraro chirikero kende chikora chikorus our target and our focus from the objective line of our welfare. We need, because we are all entitled koba as a community yetu ya Murako, and it is our obligations to ensure that our community is growing stronger than buna waibuli baito subuna twa nyorete kurwa sa waibuli baito subunera bon. So it is left to our members ekero bagoja ko make decisions so that those amendments chiragere kero kende our welfare tutware this unit chinyara ko bachikorigereriwa na chiria chikoreta strength to our unit, to our welfare chinyara ko bachikorigero na chirocho erinde twetie chi amendments chiri chiragere group yaiteswe kuba stable ya mocha sayene. In fact, this welfare, it has been well known ang county itengima because of the unit and the spirit that we started with. Lakini ende because of challenges of one or another, and the spirit here ito iranirense, we are not moving well. Ekiagara maybe we are not of the same asenge nchoyo okora emirimo na gusaidiana eria welfare yitegenderere. But rende, let me congratulate all the proposers of what they have done to bring these amendments. And Brother Ben, I want to appreciate for your ability and the time that you took to bring these presentations. Ekiagera abantu bararo kero kende batari goche general members meeting na bande bare outside Kenya bari konyora time yo gotegerera the proposals to our amendments and the constitution yaito egere. Now this time they have gotten that opportunity to listen and to hear ninki the amendment chire for our welfare. Ngombe yamono sana, and may God bless you. Timbo atia mange na wasabira maya ne karoto gendrete chikura yamono sana.
Biyamono secretary nasobo semia. Biyamono asiga sioko kora. Through your efforts, Ana wango te bange kiombe kigende te korabuya na koba very strong. I wish you all of the best for the upcoming elections, Brother Secretary. Na boy
Thank you,
go
thank you.
na boy go tiganko reke ma se message Thomas Murulia abekira se screen. My request to the admin's office kindly send recorded audio. Enable some of us who were unable to get full presentations of the amendments proposals to enable us to look the amendments well. Brother Thomas, I agree with you. Gonna get to cover say YouTube yaito, so anytime you will find the time. Naboko and okay, okay from the beginning, including you, Brother Sakali. What I think with the proposal ya Minto Enoch. Also, you find the time, you can watch it and listen it from the very beginning. Asiga ba Minto, Chavere 10:02 p.m. Ntuata get to ani 10. Asigo to call meeting ito gaiga. Timanye ti inata geteva ni siacha Roy's parting remarks patrende tajnya oliti opportunity yoko come back patrende presentation ya yarenge short, clear, and precise. Ase igo aba mito tigato corre meeting yeito ga iga go se presentation go se a public participation yeito ga ya proposed amendment bills na standing orders. Ane mpaka chinga kichinde ndoja utuara chinga kinacho kukwanira mangana amendments for where we are going to meet members need to call HM. Era mochiko chi consider mochiko chi gora so bwaga. Then those one which work for us, I request you to give it a consideration. And whichever more about the challenges, it's not a must. We can just put them aside. Toga and then even the future got a coin. As I go, our members, some Goroboyo, Tigan, Kore Kurugaiga, or you know, you mino, Umadmin Wekombe, Bernard Yosoro, Naina Bakachinga Kichinde. I wish you good night. What to go beyond. Bye.
Thank you, same to you.